I'm Jeremy. This is Dan.
What's up? Good to be back. How you feeling?
Not too bad. Start with the better movie of the two.
Yeah.
But,
spoilers ahead for Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Yes.
Well, in the beginning, we just did the Venom 1 review last week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And one of your complaints was casting. Now, what are your thoughts on the casting of Cletus Cassidy?
So good. He made the movie. I would have, if it wasn't for him, Venom 2 would have been worse than Venom 1. His girlfriend, I forget her name, was very X-Men. She was really close to being a character I liked, but I don't know. There was something just not quite there. They didn't explain why she had her power. She was really mad that the guard she assaulted fought back.
Yep.
He was the one that decided to drag her out of there. I don't know. Her whole of all the people she could have hated in that hospital, she chose the guard that got the shit duty of being stuck in the box with a screaming woman.
Yeah. And did nobody know? So
yeah, they knew.
Cletus Cassidy's girlfriend can scream really loud and apparently rupture eardrums or distort time and space itself. I'm not really sure.
If you've seen Kung Fu Hustle, it's the lion's roar chick.
I've not seen that.
Oh, we gotta watch Kung Fu Hustle. Such a good movie.
They take Frances Barrison as the character, aka Shriek. They take her away from Cletus Cassidy. They transfer her to a dungeon. I don't know, the X-Men School of the Blind. I don't really know what they're doing, but she's definitely an X-Men character, right?
100%. She is an X-Men character in an X-Men asylum that the evil humans are running.
Yeah, she's basically would have been in that movie we saw where the girl from Game of Thrones gets naked.
Yeah. Oh,
whatever that movie was called.
Oh, yeah. Good. I'd washed that one out of my mind for a bit. I gotta go drink again now.
What the fuck was that movie called? Oh, New Mutants. So she's straight out of that. Yep. They take her in. There's two guards in the back of the paddy wagon with her, and they're just there, to make sure she doesn't escape.
Doesn't work.
She escapes. Yeah. He shoots her in the face, and she survives. She ruptures his eardrums with her screaming, and he survives. But then we fast forward to.
Yeah, her screaming is not shown to be lethal to people. It's like if you ever had someone blow one of those air horns at you.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you should be allowed to shoot those people. But anyway, it's basically like having one of those. Just oh my god, this is long-term hearing damage, loud enough that you're not you're involuntarily covering your ears. Yeah. But it's not gonna kill you, unless you're driving or something, I guess.
Right.
But it can flip a truck. I'm not sure about that. Real inconsistent.
So the entire plot of Venom 2 is a bromance between Eddie and Venom. That's definitely what this is. This is a bromantic comedy if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. The best part of Venom 1 was Venom's personality and some of his jokes. And Venom 2, oh man, it's a real step down. I feel like Venom was probably the worst part of the movie.
The worst part of the movie, possibly the end where he keeps changing hosts, but we'll get to that. The IMDb synopsis is Eddie Brock attempts to reignite his career by interviewing serial killer Cletus Cassidy, who becomes the host of the symbiote Carnage and escapes prison after a failed execution. So Eddie goes to interview Cletus Cassidy and gets too close to the bars where Cletus is, and Cletus bites him and sucks his blood out.
And then that makes a baby Venom.
Baby Venom, yeah, which is Carnage. One thing aesthetically I didn't like about Carnage in this movie is in the comic books he's very slender. He's more Spider-Man size than Venom size. Mm-hmm. But I think to make it appeal to a broader audience, they just kept making him bigger as he got more power, which was kind of lame, but I'll take what I can get at this point.
I thought that made sense since he's using goo to do stuff. The more goo you have, the more you can swing tentacles around.
Is that how that works?
Well, I mean, how else would it work?
I don't know. In the beginning, when Cletus is like talking to, it's like young Cletus Cassidy talking to his girlfriend before they take her. It was like this weird. It kind of reminded me of Bane from Batman 3, the
Mhm.
Christian Bale Batman movies, where it didn't seem like the voice was coming from the character you're watching. It just, I don't know, it was just a really weird voiceover because it was what's his nuts, Woody Harrelson's voice. So I just wanted to point that out. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
I did not notice that.
And another thing about the movie I did not like is, why is Carnage in love? Why? What is the purpose of this? Carnage should just be a psycho, just a murdering psycho. Why is he in love with random X-Men girl?
Wait, why is no, Cassidy
Yeah,
is the one in love with?
whatever. Why is the human connected with Carnage in love at all? He should just be in love with murdering. That's his character. It's not very deep, but that's who he is. The whole thing is that he's a murdering psychopath. And they kind of give a little bit of, oh well, he was abused as a kid. No, skip that. Give me psychopath. And I feel like in this movie they only say he's murdered like 10 people or whatever. He needs to have murdered hundreds, like mass murder or worse than.
I mean, he does kill at least like 20, 30 people in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie, but leading up to the movie, he's in prison because he like killed his mom or whatever. And the character that's like his girlfriend is Shriek from the comic books, who I don't remember at all. But leading in, I thought she was going to be Scream, which is one of the Venom symbiotes. Also, if you listen to our last episode, also from the separation anxiety storyline. Which,
So
go
now,
ahead.
when Venom sees Carnage being all red, it's like, oh no, we have to run away. So Venom knows that like that's a thing. So why wouldn't he have known when Cassidy bit him that could have happened?
I don't know if that's ever happened before.
But he knew what the red thing was, so it must have happened before.
I don't know.
And I mean, like, Venom like has the knowledge of 7,000 lives, but also doesn't have enough knowledge to know that if you're hiding from the government, maybe you shouldn't smash a motorcycle in the street.
It's a very nice motorcycle.
Like
There's
if Venom was like warped back to in like 3 years old, like just like a mindless hunger that was attached to a person, I could understand like the odd couple thing they've got going on.
uh-huh.
But given that he's supposed to be an entity that has at some point owned a Venom apartment or whatever, and like had to pay like Venom utilities and had like a 9 to 5 job possessing things or whatever they do out in space. I would expect like some sort of rationale for actions, but instead it's like I am a 6,000-year-old high knowledgeable symbiote, and now I'm gonna smash your light bulbs with a skateboard. I mean,
So while I was
like a seven
editing,
thousand year old violent Forrest Gump? I don't know. It's like,
yeah.
is Venom down there because he was just too dumb to be left out in space? And I don't understand Venom's whole thing at the beginning. Like he spends like 20 minutes in the movie going, "I want to bite someone's head off. I got to eat someone's head," and then he's off by himself and he gives a speech. He doesn't bite
Yeah,
anyone's head off. He just gives.
doesn't need
He
any.
didn't say, "Hey Eddie, I want to go to a costume party and like interrupt everything for a while." I feel
Yeah.
like Eddie would have been okay with that probably. Like, yeah, we'll go to a costume party and you can like be weird at a costume party and I'll probably get laid with some furry girl or whatever. This will work out great. But
Yeah.
no, he was asking for one thing. They went and did another thing.
While I was editing the episode, the previous episode, you asked if animal brains would work.
Mhm.
You got your answer in this one.
I did
Yeah.
because it doesn't seem like it's working. Like he eats a bunch of chickens, but he still wants to eat people.
Yeah, because it's not substantial enough.
They should have gone and gotten some cows.
Yeah.
Like go out to a cow field. Like that's a much bigger brain. He's literally eating the dumbest bird.
Easiest one to get, I'd assume.
I feel like a pigeon
Just
would be
go
the
to-
easiest one to get in New York. Like a live. Where do you go to get a live chicken?
They're in San Francisco. You
If
go
I
to a
dropped
chicken
you,
farm.
If I dropped you in the middle of Chicago, how long would it take you to find 24 living chickens?
7 minutes.
Really, really. There's an Uber Eats for a live chicken.
No, you just gotta Google the chicken place.
The live chicken store.
Yeah.
Every mall has one. It's between the Hot Topic and the Build-A-Bear is just a fucking chicken coop. Like the Tilt closed and they brought in a place that sells live chickens for everyone
so.
that wants to make their own chicken down pillow.
Yeah, isn't that what Chick-fil-A is? It's like
those chickens are already dead.
No, it's like when you go to a grocery store and you pick out the lobster out of the tank. It's the same thing.
You go to a restaurant and pick out the chicken, and then they make your nuggets.
Did you notice the Stan Lee cameo in this movie?
Yeah, I was like out on like the sidewalk.
Oh no,
No.
The Stan Lee cameo. I only noticed it on my second watch. Was his face was on the cover of a magazine in the in Mrs. Shoe or whatever her name is store. Without Stan Lee, there is no Venom.
I thought they were still putting him in there because before he died, he recorded a bunch of cameos.
Yeah,
and
I think
gave them permission to just drop them in there.
Those ones are out though. Have run out.
Oh, those are all gone.
Yeah. Oh. At least as far as I know. So R.I.P.
I mean, they're definitely saving like 2 or 3 of them for like Avengers movies, probably.
Oh yeah. Can't wait for that gem.
You're gonna find like they're just gonna put one in there from when he's like 62.
Yeah. So
who's that young guy? What's that young Stan Lee doing?
Yeah. So what did you think about the bathroom scene right in the beginning?
Like, if they're being that dumb, then like the government knows about the Venom, and I guess they're just watching him. My thinking is like movie 3, they've been watching him the whole time, and now he has to work for the FBI, like at the end of Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
because there's no way that like there aren't several dozen federal agents that notice the Venom claw marks that match the Venom claw marks in the space debris.
He goes into the bathroom with Venom, and to the girl next to him in the stall next to him, because he goes into the women's bathroom, it looks like he's talking to his penis. What did I tell you? You're not supposed to come out in public.
I knew that was a joke. I mean, I think I knew that was a joke they were trying to make, but I didn't really. I don't know.
And she's all looking under the stall, only sees his feet. It's like, I told you, you're gonna get us in trouble. There was another point in this movie where I'm like, what the actual fuck? So we talked a little bit about the rave that Venom goes to and has this weird speech that's pretty cringe. But the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend from the last movie, Anne, she wants to get together with Eddie to tell Eddie that she's getting married to that guy, the doctor from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And she's upset because she's upset at him
because he's not. Yeah.
Because he's not like super cool with it.
Yeah, that's a text message that you send. You don't like.
Yeah, like
you don't get his hopes up for dinner.
Yeah. Oh, you want to come out to dinner with me? Oh yeah, I'm getting married. Why are you so mad? Like, I thought we could be cool and have this conversation together. It's like, she's insane. Let's just be honest. Who does that?
In real life, I would say this is like some sort of fucked up like emotional thing. Like,
yeah, she's a sociopath.
Everyone's had a thing where like they talk to someone because they want them to like them, even though like you don't like them.
Yep, she wants to control him, even though she has no interest in him.
Yeah.
So that's so Carnage escapes in this pretty cool / really cringy escape scene. It's pretty cool when he's
the Carnage Hurricane.
Yes, what the
he Tasmanian devils his way out of the prison.
So initially he's just like, rampaging through, and then for some reason he decides he wants to start spinning in a circle, and he's like Tornado Man now.
Tasmanian devil like picking up trees and shit.
That's exactly what it was. Giant Tasmanian devil.
I mean, that was probably the best action sequence in the movie.
Yeah, until that
it was point. Okay.
It was so great. Cringe. Out of nowhere too. But he goes and gets his girl, and then there's this another scene where they're fending off the cops because he breaks her out of X-Men jail. She's in like this extra soundproof cube. How she's
But you
able to
can just,
breathe, I don't
but
know.
you can, yeah, but like Adult Cassidy got in there somehow.
Yeah,
Can
because
Venom turn the human body into goo?
no,
Well, because I feel like that's what happened.
yeah,
Because
the only
Cassidy was in
thing,
there without opening the door,
yeah, the only thing that would make sense is if Carnage was in there, you know,
and
which
Cassidy was outside.
yes,
Even that wouldn't make a ton of sense because it seems to be a pretty high security thing. But like, you could just do a snapshot of a bunch of dead security guards and a couple doors off the hinges. But like, how does he get in there without setting off alarms or squeezing a human body through a drain pipe? I don't know.
the setup for this final scene is that Carnage and his girlfriend are about to get married, and they each want to bring someone a gift. So Carnage brings the cop who shot the girl in the face in the beginning, and she brings Anne. Is that right?
No,
As a gift to
she
him.
brings Anne so that Eddie and Venom will come. So
Oh,
like
sure.
kind of
They,
like you kidnap the princess to get Mario to come around.
yeah. Do you think Bowser just has like a super crush on Mario? That's why he keeps kidnapping his woman.
I mean, I think Peach needs to break the news to Mario that she's into Bowser. Like she's the princess of a kingdom, and she's been kidnapped like 59 times. Oh no, I've been kidnapped again, Mario. Why are there so many turtles in the castle? I don't know.
Okay.
Like make a castle where the door isn't big enough for Bowser to walk through.
Yeah, right. There's a pretty cool fight scene. I would call it cool. Venom versus Carnage, but it's Venom transferring through Eddie, Dan, Anne, and whoever else. The pastor, the minister, the priest, whatever that guy gets killed. I was very surprised Shriek dies. I honestly couldn't believe it. I thought she was going to be the reason that Carnage died, but Carnage and Shriek both die. And Venom and Eddie retire or vacation or something to, I don't know, Mexico. Where the fuck were they at the end? You know?
Yeah, so like they didn't like so are they eating heads now? Like I don't know how they solved all the issues that were the entire movie. Like half the movie was about them not having food. Now they're just on a fucking beach. Like, oh, we found out salt water contains it too. Like, what's going on?
Yep. They're just eating random people's heads now instead of villains. If they just went full Dexter and were like, hey, we're going to kill off the bad guys in our own way, you know, take out the trash, that kind of deal. There's one thing at the end where the cop apparently he's ingested some of Carnage's blood, and he will be Toxin for the next movie, which does happen in the comic books.
There's going to be another Venom, another symbiote on symbiote fight in the third movie.
Probably, but the thing
Oh
we
shit!
do see, there's a mid credit scene which introduces Spider-Man. It's gonna be baby boy Tom Holland, so they're crossing that back over. They show a scene from like a partial scene from the upcoming Spider-Man movie. So I don't know. Maybe what they'll do is just substitute Toxin for Carnage and do Maximum Carnage except Maximum Toxin. We'll see. I don't know. I'm pretty excited for it. I know you're more excited than I am, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'm excited it's not out yet. I'll have some time off.
I am not excited for this next Spider-Man movie. Let's have your rating.
um, same score I gave the first one, whatever it was. I don't care. I
You
mean,
really cop out on these ratings.
I mean, it's a number applied to something really subjective. They're kind of meaningless to begin with. Like, oh, I'm only gonna watch it if Dan gives it a 8.2. 8.3, that's unrealistically high. 8.0 is too low. 8.2, that's it's not it's not like a meaningful thing. It's more of like a in person plus or minus expectations, I think. So if I'm not like into a movie, I feel like it's not really relevant. I don't know. Like, am I trying to give objective criteria? Am I just making up a number? Who knows? This has gotten too philosophical.